Good morning, everyone. Dungeon Master Andrew here with Natural 40 Games, and I'm going to talk about this right now. This is the new character sheet that they have written for the new player's handbook that is coming out in 2024 in a few months here. I gotta say, first impressions, I love this. If we look at the amount of real estate on this page that is strictly for the player to fill in with what their actions and abilities are right on the front page, this is a step forward 100%. We're going to compare that. This is a current 5th edition character sheet here. You can see that the skills and attributes take up about the same amount of real estate on the new one and on the current one, which is good. But the middle section here, so much elegance is gone away. The personality, bonds, and flaws, that is gone from the front of the character sheet. I like that. That's not something you have to reference constantly during gameplay. So seeing that go to a back page is much preferable in my opinion. The center of the character sheet right here, this is the attacks. This is always and will be the most key section of the character sheet. And on the new one here, you can see that it is front and center with a bunch more lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. That is much more space. And then the center section that we have there for... I gotta zoom in on it. What is that labeled? The labels are different. Class features. That is absolutely key. Like, previously, we had the little bit here for features of traits. You can see that I had made little bubbles for spell slots, for channel divinity, for warding, flare, and for my items. The class features, having that right there allows you and empowers you to have what you need to know right up front. And then species traits and feats. Now, I don't know if species traits needs its entire own section, but I suppose with how they've changed some of the new species and how many abilities that grants, even as a human, you're going to get an extra feat. They've done away with variant human in the 2025. Now, feats in the new rules are going to be more integral to the experience. I don't think they're optional anymore at all, which is fine by me. It is, but here's the thing. All of it is optional. It's not a new edition. The new player's handbook can go right on top of the old one and just add to the experience. Doesn't have to take anything away. And I think this new sheet really, though, adds to the experience. Looking in the little corner there, equipment, training, and proficiencies. The most common proficiencies we always need to check: armor proficiencies, weapon proficiencies, and they are statted out there. So there's little check boxes for armor and shields. I like that. And then with weapons, you can just write in what you need, and then tools, you can just write in what you need. Having the hit point window having a smaller amount of real estate with more clear, like having hit points all together up here with hit dice and death saves, top right corner. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Level, experience points, armor class. I love the little tick boxes. Right there, there's a little tick box for armor class. That for whether you have a shield or not. I like that. I like that a lot. And then having the intelligence, strength, dexterity, wisdom, constitution, charisma, having all of those with their relevant skills. That is the only part I think I don't like as much about this new character sheet, as having the skills be alphabetical, as with the old sheet. That, I think, adds to ease of play. But, that being said, this might speed things up because when calling rolls, I could be able to specify, all right, this is an intelligence arcana. This is a wisdom insight check. Normally, I just say roll insight, roll arcana, roll acrobatics, etc. But by seeing this, it It might make it a little bit easier with some of the revised options for ability score use. You could always use any ability score for any skill if it made sense in the moment. Barbarians using their strength score instead of charisma for intimidation is something that I always allowed. And being able to do an intelligence based persuasion check when you're when you're explaining arcane or mechanical processes in order to make someone believe something, that's always something I've allowed too. But yeah, I overall though, the changes are positive, and having the spell slots separate from the spell lines, I like that. I like that a lot. We don't get a full, complete view of the spell sheet, but we can see we have got the little check boxes in there for spell slots, just like with the other stuff. And having check boxes for the components required, that is good too, because having what you need to have as a spellcaster memorized, I like to have it memorized, is a spell's damage dice and components. And hopefully range as well, especially for AoEs. And I think there's just so much more space on that sheet to be able to have that written down for your spells. You probably still, as a wizard, need to have an extra compendium written down from your spells. And then just the backstory, appearance, and equipment, having that on the separate page, it is just so much of a wiser use of screen real estate. Having a whole page where there's the backstory, treasure, and all of this, this page has always just felt like the extra page that will get filled in, but it's not the wisest use of space. And having a central, just the central look on spell slots, that is incredibly, incredibly good. And what's great is looking at those spell slot tracking sheet here, you can just draw a line where your spell slots end. You're a level 2 wizard. You have got up to 2 second level spell slots. You draw the line right after the second spell slot. That's how you know where your spells will end. Yep. I like it. I'm going to be using it. I might try to use it quicker. I might use this now. I might print these off and use it for the next campaign I launch. Whether that is before or after these are made available, or if I'm even using the new rules or not. I like it. I like it a lot.